Good morning, good afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this moment. Welcome to 275 edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. This is the last trading day of the month of May. At the same time, the midweek for the world trading that has opened in a mixed note trend globally. And this is as well for investors to know the importance of government policies and also government involvement in economic decision of any domain or any country. We can see what is happening in US today, that the executive and the Congress are going front and back on what on the debt ceiling. But thank God that yes, they are pointing towards the direction which we know that today that the lower house, which is the House of Representatives, will be debating or voting, sorry, will be voting on this bill and on this move, to for the debt limit. For me, I believe that as investor, I will put it or trader, you need to understand the power of government policy or regulators policy or also policy of individual companies, the way they operate. At the same time, if you come back home here and look at what is happening in our market today, you remember when the campaign started, early, around the November, if I remember, or late October last year, where the three candidates of different parties were to hit the ground, telling Nigerians what they have for Nigeria. We saw already that the three candidates were pro capital market candidates, and we know that any of them that emerge as president will make this economy to be different from what we have seen in the last 8 years, and at the same time, policies that also will impact the economy because they are businessmen that also understand how what the economy also how the economy is being run and things that will impact the economy positively. Yes, finally, one of them have emerged as a president, and since in emerged, in my write-up, I think I've carried those that have followed me on our website on what would likely to happen, and it's not no different from what we saw on the first day of inauguration, where the president gave his first speech, and can see things he highlighted. Yes, like I said earlier, these things highlighted are not going to be achieved overnight or what. In all, investors should understand that there's what we call short-term and medium and long, which I said yesterday. But from the disposition or the statement was made, you saw how the market reacted yesterday to that statement or policy statement that came from the president himself. And the team also be working around it. I learned yesterday, even the president has also met with the CPN and the NNPC. Also, we're going to meet with Labour. Is it today? No, later today. Yes, you can see he want to hit the ground running, and we believe that to have a way of addressing issue. But it is time for them to do also looking at things together, because I believe that the root subsidy, yes, is good for as all good, but how it's going to support the inflation, how it's going to support the economy. Inflation will be triggered because of high cost of transportation. Also, a point where the CPN should bring that rate down. Yes, in all these macroeconomic situation, I believe that there's opportunity for us as investors to make money, but also the economic managers, when they are appointed, will also sit down and know how to realign all this so that at the end of the day, you won't be using one policy to destroy the other one, or use the other one, but so that we will run together. That is the time for the physical and the monetary policy to shake hands in Nigeria in this period. And I believe that if they can do it effectively, we'll have a better economy. That you and I are already seeing where the market is going in this government. Even though the policy statement, once the market seeing the strategies and the lowdown, how they want to achieve this, appointment, this also bring more confidence. But what also there was a confirmation that whenever we have a successful transition, market react. Yes, it was something, for me, it was something extra yesterday. 5.23% was high. Other ones we have seen the previous year is either below 2 or 32 point something, 0 point something, all that for the first day of transition of power, which also is good. It's a trend, and also it's a structural trend and pattern that we all understand. But before we go further on our local market, we want to go back to see what is happening in this matured market that make the market also to remain in this oscillation mode, or the volatility that stay there is still ongoing, because all eyes are on this outcome of the Congress voting today to find out where they are going. All the members are going to vote, since it has come to their table now to vote. The speaker and the president has reached an agreement now. It is now left for the House to vote, before the Senate also before they can pass it and enlarge it into law. If that happened, that was so because at this point I've stated that the Secretary to Treasury has been hammering that if they fail to do this, it's going to hamper what activities of the federal government there paying their word, paying their bills. That means it see what not only they're going to sprinkle down to other nations, which I've said again. That means all eyes on this, and to make things more complicated, the data that came from, especially the manufacturing data that came from China, was not encouraging at all. This is disappointing data concerning the world. They are manufacturing, manufacturing, what's called purchasing more managers index for the month of May was not good at all. Was saw a decline, and this the second percent decline was in this. The second largest economy. It told me that they are still struggling, not only in manufacturing, also the non-manufacturing sector. The same thing was saw a decline again compared to the previous one. This has shown that even the COVID-19 lifting of the restriction has not really played out in some of the sector, especially the manufacturing sector, which is also the engine of any economy. It tells you that this also is what is affected. That the consumption level in terms of crude oil, also have slowed down, and that's how you can see the price of crude oil is even pulling back, even when OPEC meeting is around the corner, around the 4th of June. But see, because of this weak economic recovery, that also show that so that also there's weak demand. But when there is strong economic activities, there will be stronger demand. This is also playing out, and this is also what investors are looking at, and also with all eyes also on the first half of the year coming to an end in the month of May. Maybe investors are looking at how to position for the second half of the year. But all these events are what is driving the volatility. We saw yesterday that yes, we saw that US market was missed at the end of the day to close down. Also, we saw that Asia market was good as at the end of trading yesterday. But this morning, Western Asia market also missed, and that of European market is down also, and that of also US as speak now is still missed. All in expectation of the outcome of it. These are the factors driving this volatility in the market. And I believe that whatever that happened in that domain has a way of also influencing our own activity. That is why our market is not in isolation of what is happening in matured market. On this note, investors are looking at how they can balance their investment, and also how they can take advantage of opportunity this volatility is creating in the market, to see that yes, they buy into the right stock at the right time. I believe that this is a good way that investors should continue to look the market, so that at the end of the day able to make what informed investment decision, because we are all here to make money. Because the concern that China economic is still struggling is also weighing down on the market, not only Asia market, across the market, because you know that that the major business transaction is between China and other countries. Now also in Europe, we're expecting a regional inflation data to come from that environment. That also will be a major concern, that even as speaking now, like I said earlier, that European market has opened sharply in the red this Wednesday as we speak. As a result of also the disappointing China's manufacturing data weighing on sentiment, and this also the regional inflation data that has been expected in this zone is also what all eyes are on now, to see if this inflation data will also go in a way that also will give a hope that the EU will be going to also slow down, because as we speak now, Fed has not given a clear direction whether they are slowing down in the direct interest rate come June 17 or June 16 for the coming policy meeting again. If that is also going within the mind of investors, with EU also be waiting to see this figure that will come, so that they will know exactly what to do. And this figure is expected to hit the market tomorrow, from the eurozone, environment. That will give incline what will likely to happen at the end. Don't forget, I said it before, that Germany is one of the biggest economy in that eurozone. That when figures like this come, it comes from there, and when you see it gives a kind of an indication or a pointer what is happening in that domain. But I believe that if inflation slow down, that will also be a plus, because there's expectation that it's likely to slow down. If that happens, that will also be good one for investors in that domain. But I'll tell you, everywhere across the globe, all eyes on inflation figure, macroeconomic data to guide decision what to do and what not to do. If we see continuous decline in inflation, That will also show that the consumer prices are also on a slowdown. But if you consider see, a kind of a hike, in this, that means we expect to see that price indicate that prices are still also on the rise. I believe that these are what investors are also keeping their eyes to see what is happening in this domain before they can take what the right decision to do. That's why we are seeing this volatility. Oil price, I told you what I'm looking the oil price, disappointing, Chinese number is one of it, and also fear that Fed also might likely, hike interest rate again is what's also slowing down the crude oil to trade around as we speak now, 73.44 dollar per barrel at this hour, from almost from 76 down. You can see that, for the last 2 months or 3 months, you can see that oil price that was relating between this 70, 76, 78 down to 72. Tells you that that's why also we expect to see relatively a kind of a slowdown in inflation because oil prices. But another thing that we are seeing that international, in the global market, greens are gradually trying to pick up again in terms of price, going up. That is not too good again. We have seen that despite the war between Ukraine and Russia, because of the green deal, they've been passing of greens between Russia and but now it's not as much as you can see gradually that international market prices of grains or commodities or are trying to look are already looking up gradually. If not managed, that also might trigger inflation again. But I believe that this is what we should guide investors in that domain. If you look at Asia market, I tell you the Asia market is mixed, and that of Europe was seen a mixed market. Down here, and African market were not left. We saw yesterday the African market was majorly red. Only one African country was red and green, and Nigeria. That's about two of them were in green. But this morning, as we speak, NGS have been on the up and down movement because of what? Because of people taking advantage of the prices movement they saw yesterday, trying to set down. And also, we want to look at the chart to tell us exactly what is happening in the market, what investors should look at, because this class is for a purpose so that every attendee of this class will understand the major reason why you should always look at your chart. No matter what is happening, whether they are reacting to policy, to earnings, to news, to some company expansion, change of management, it will always reflect on your chart. Then your ability to understand this chart and take action matters a lot. If you remember yesterday when we were in this class, I was telling you that there's opportunity for you to work to cash out what profit in the market. This is not time to be greedy. Don't because yes, it's a reaction that ideally, there's a law that said in Nigeria, in our market here that the market will not go above 5 basic points, 5%. But yes, they saw it above that. Even the regulators that put the law were unable to also abide or kind of keep to their rules. Then once they have to stop the market. But market gain number 5.23. I mean it's above the 5 circuit for the market. But that is for another day. But if you look at the trend of the market, I'll tell you anything that is happening fundamentally, me, Ambrose, I look at it, but I want to look at more of what the chart is saying about that fundamental news so that you see how people are reacting. Yesterday, I think the classic curve, the market is heading to almost 56, and that's also another point that we see that the market will be on a double top. That will signal is also a slowdown or what a reversal. And this morning, I'm not surprised when I see the market slowing the other way. Yes, that's why the market is still very, very strong. But I'll tell you, there's a slowdown already to tell you that there's power in this world, in this double top of any time you see it. And also, when you see many stocks breaking out their new 52 weeks high, it's a sign of that, yes, the market might also likely to slow down. Because the more price of stocks go up, the lower their dividend yields will become. And when it becomes lower, it will not be attractive for people to look that way because I'm telling you, we're talking about yield and also using the capital market for what? To defend, to hedge against inflation. If the price is going up and yield is becoming thin, people are likely to move their money to another investment window where yield is also relatively above what they are seeing in the terms of dividend yield in the equity market. That's why you need to understand that don't be carried away an up market. And not just say that in this class that up market is an opportunity for you to take profit, an opportunity for you to sell. In that market, it creates an opportunity for you to buy. That's why I say when market is rallying up, I don't chase the market in uptrend. I want to buy down, and when the market is moving, I'm also taking profit in the up position. That's why you need to understand all this. For those in this class, I believe that you are not among the type that are taking investment decision based on emotion or based on what your friend is doing, because you are doing what knowledge and intelligent investment. You are not guessing. You need to follow your strategy, and that's why I started thinking that before you enter any stock, you must have your entry exit plan from the one, and also have your stop loss because it's that Picking stock is as important as picking your stop loss so that you're able to manage your risk. And when market was going up yesterday, even to people called me, they want to jump to. I say, don't jump into the market now. This is not the time to buy into any position. Wait for a pullback. Yes, there are things that will drive the market ahead, but let's just wait for the market to correct itself, slow down from the reaction of the sentiment that we saw yesterday before we can now think of what jumping into position. There are things that will drive the market as we speak. I'm telling you, they are becoming even more. What you need to understand when these two factors will be coming and how can you position for this factor. These are the things we'll be considering. But now that we have had a successful transition, it's a plus for the market, despite the costs that are coming here and there. But I believe that once the president elect, the president not elect, the president and his team hit the ground running, which they've done yesterday and today, if we can see more outcome of their discourse and it become concrete and they're working towards it, I think that will change the face of things as we go into the future. Yes, I want to quickly come back to the life market to see what is happening there. Sorry, if you look at the market now, we're seeing the market is still very, very strong at 55,699.1.67. Market is down by just 38.88, representing 0.08. You can see that market is down marginally. But if you also look at the market bread is negative as we speak. We're having 30 losers against 18 gainers. Yes, we're seeing some big cap on the gainer side, but still because of the numbers of losers, market is marginally down as we speak. But if you look at the top gainers, let's start from the loser first. You can see that those stocks that rally recently are the one people are taking a profit already. You can see that Nascom is almost leading the pack this morning, trading around the 15 naira 20 kobo, down by almost 9.8. You can see Arrow 2 Briscoe. You can see Deep Capital. I know that Deep Capital and Fertilizer yesterday when I said it won't last. You can see them also in the red. You can see Women Bank also in that top losers. But if you go to your gainer side, the flip on the other side, you can see that MC Nichols is leading with a 10% flat, followed by Connoy 10%. You can see also Miss Oye 9.9, Nimet also 9.9, and we can see also NCR also in the green. These are the top 5 gainers for the day for this hour. And then we can see on the most active stock this morning, UBA still dominating there. You can see it's leading with almost 58 million share traded so far. We can see also assets in that category. Assets are pullback. UBA have pullback. We're seeing UBA trading assets trading about 41.3 million shares. Sterling Bank trading around 2 naira 10 kobo, 27.5 million shares so far. Geregu Power is also not left behind. You can see these are the power companies that all they were up in the green yesterday. You can see Geregu doing almost 314. They traded 22.8 million shares, followed by GT Code. GT Code remains strong at 28 naira 20 kobo to trade about also 22.2 million shares. This is the state of the market as we speak right now. Market is still very, very strong, but the power of sellers is obvious in the market this morning because we are seeing the market is a negative market breadth, seeing more sellers in the market. I mean more sellers, 30 gainers and just 18 losers in the market. But if we want to start from the market, we must, I say, first of all, look at what the direction of the chart. This is an NGS index. You can see yesterday performance about 5.22%. But next to it is you can see a form of a hammer there. The market came down before it reversed up, trying to resist decline. But this is a sign that there's a weakness here, and you can see that this is almost a triple bottom here, triple top here, here, and here. And I'm not surprised that the market is pulling back, which I said yesterday that's opportunity for us to cash out some profit. And put also some people are doing this morning. That's why we are seeing more losers than gainers. It's not a wrong one, but also market has successfully formed also a saucer here. I said it yesterday that once market is able to do a copper handle, and that will also trigger an uptrend. And if that successfully build here, and we see a mover market breaker, this last resistance of 55,989, 184. If market break it out at the same time, break out the 2056 cyclical line and start going up, and they will form that will give market more strength. That means this market is going down here. We are not surprised, but market also carry momentum. And when it comes to going to surpass and move and upgrade, which is for me is a good one. And this is a daily chart we are looking at. And if you take your trend line, I want to do something here this morning. Take your trend line here and draw all the way here. You can see that the market, you can see that how many points you can see more than 2 points here. You can see that the trend line has connected more than 2 points. You can see it here. It's a strong line we should look at. You can see for the connection from here, this one touched it. Even when this one tried to pull back, it tested that same trend line before there was a breakout from here. We now saw that yesterday, and this recovery, in the market started far from the month of November. I said it here, November last year. You can see the trend here. The market is still up. With the trend line we're seeing, market is still up despite the pullbacks, the missed trend we're seeing here after coming down here, trying to make up the market made the correction here before this one. You can see the recovery almost becoming all the correction has made here, and that's why market has formed a saucer on what on a on a daily chart with also triple top here, and I'm not surprised the market is going down, which you can see the next candlestick after this green one shows sign of weakness. And when you see this kind of position here, this kind of trigger, say that the market will come down here or continue, but I'm seeing more of selling position now as we are seeing a buying position. Clearly look at this same chart on a weekly chart to give us a clearer future before we now look at it on the monthly. I will now come back to conclude. If you look also on a weekly chart, you can see that the trend is still sustained here. You can see the uptrend here, so that you know. But market has broken. This is the first non-resistance level, which market has broken successfully. But here it has formed a double top now. This is a double top on a weekly chart that supports also time for sell. Even if you are seeing also like a cup or a saucer here, this is still a double top. And when you see double top in the market, in either on the NGS or on the individual stock, it's time for you to want to trade with caution. That's why I said in this new era, new strategy, new what, new beginning, and also new dispensation. You need to change the strategy because there will be a lot of sectoral rotation now. I believe that we'll do that more as to watch what is happening in the month of June, then as to prepare for work for another masterclass in the month of July. The first Saturday in July, where all those stock analysts and also professionals will be looking at which sectors we are going to position our portfolio, and at the same time we expected a half-year result when already we have seen notification from Stanbic on what on close period for what for their half-year result. You can see before we enter the second week of June, you will see more of that notification from companies telling you their release date when it comes in July and all those stuff. Their close period and all those stuff will be coming. But on this top net, that means market is likely to slow down. And that's why when I was saying yesterday, take profit, you can see the reason. And now chart has revealed to us already on the daily chart, we're seeing a triple top. Now on a weekly chart, we're also seeing a double top. Then we'll quickly look at what is the market telling us on a monthly chart so that we can quickly look at two stocks before our time is fast spent. Yet you can see what is the work telling you on a monthly chart. You can see from 2007, you can see the market on a monthly chart to date. For me, this make it easier for you to know where we are. You look at the recent top we saw here. You can see this also a double top here and here. This we are seeing this green this blue on this covering. This is the top here, the point here, 1 point and 1 point. This is the second also double top on a monthly chart. You can see that all the time frame, and that's why you look at your time frame is very, very important. All the time frame are telling us that our market is about to correct. That's why they form this double top. But if you look at also where the market is going, this is as at 2007 and 2008 when the market got 2008 here when the market got the peak in the month of March. If you look at it, that will be the March come here. That will be March 2008 that the market hit the peak here before started coming down. Market was around the 65,000 basis points before coming down, and naturally we are going there the way it is. After this breakout here and there's a little pullback, once the market is able to make it, we are heading to here. And once market support this region, that's another new market entirely, higher market. And I believe that it's not far fetched between now and the end of the second half again in 2024 will be there. Market will support this peak before the 65. I'm seeing the way market was. If more companies will be quoted, especially we look forward to see between now and next year to see NNPC or Dangote coming on board. If they come on board, that will give you that market to surpass what we are seeing, what we have seen before in 2008 March when the market hit here. But for me, the market is still very strong. You can see that market is still on a stronger recovery. I can see that the market has its phases. It's time for market to rally up. That's why I said market have 4 phases at any time. Especially we are doing technical analysis. The accumulation state, the markup phase, the distribution, and also a decline. And this chart I've shown you, so this is a markup phase, a decline phase, no markup phase, a decline phase. Here was also distribution phase, markdown or decline. You can see markup phase. You can see also accumulation phase here, accumulation phase. No, they are, if you understand all this, well, here market form W. You can see it here, form W. No, you can see aftermarket has formed W here. What next? No, you see it. The aftermarket has formed kind of a MO here. What do you see? You see market coming down. You must understand all this so that at the end of the day, you're able to make, also when you see market forming an impact, no impact a head and shoulder here. So the next thing was market to go. Now market is trying to correct, but still we're seeing a trend line from what is it that market is still trending. But once market is able to break out this double top or come back and gather momentum and break out, but see that it touched here, it came down, but when it gathered momentum, it surpassed this region. Whereas the market pulled down again. Once it pulled down, it gathered more momentum, and that strength market is come up and pull and break out the last day or the latest resistance level and continue an uptrend. For me, there's no cause for alarm. The market is in order, but don't be carried away with up market. People are taking profit today. I'm also at your back saying good job, well done, because this is what to do. You don't buy in this kind of market. When it starts coming down, when you forget a level that you see that is a stable level, or call it support level in the technical analysis, that is where you'll be jumping into a new trade. Back to what to today's trading, being the last trading day of the month. Let's go to our daily chart and call up all our indicators. Quick one, call our MACD, or let's go to ADS. Let's use ADS to look at our position this morning. What is ADS saying? Take ADS, and also at the same time we take our money flow and the money flow and what our T line. T line is as important as any other indicator that we want to use. That you can't go to the market and look at, and just be looking at chart without using all these indicators for confirmation. Yes, if you confirm here, you can see that the market is trading above the T line, and if you check 15 minutes chart, which most of you here you know why the position of that 15 minutes chart will tell us what is happening already in the market. When it comes to, if you look at 15 minutes chart already, you can see that there already is a sign of sell-off here. You can see it here, that the sign of sell-off already. You know, people take a profit after start trading in the last 15 minutes. Weakness and market start coming down. You can see that your ADS is already looking down. I see the blue line looking down, and money flow is also looking down on that 15 minute chart. It's a sign of weakness. Then you go back to 1 hour chart also to confirm what has happened in the last 1 hour. The last 1 hour, you can see that the market is also slowing down or gradually, and you can see that also your ADS is also looking down gradually but not sharply, and money flow is still up around the 75. We'll quickly look at what this chart is saying now, that we can quickly conclude and go to another stuff. But you can see that even when the market break out yesterday, you can see the blue line going up here. It's not stable. They're also looking down today, and also this one also looking gradually down. But the good news is that money flow at this hour is strong. It's above what it closed yesterday. Yesterday we saw that money flow was around the 78.84. For this one, we're seeing that money flow is already reading around the 84.4, which is also good at funds in the market. And that's why you can see we have about 18 gainers and 30 losers. That market is still in the good, but profit taking is part of the market, and we're not surprised seeing it happening today. And for that, we don't need to bother ourselves. For quick one, I want to look at this some stock that are still on this gainer chart. Let's look at how long would the corner go on this chart. Corner would pay the 250 kobo, before now, but we're seeing that the price, is constantly in the green now. And recently, how far will it go? We need to look at it now that we are in the market. Let's look at how far would corner go from here. Corner is the corner chart. Corner chart on for me on a daily chart is still green, but there's always sign of weakness on a daily chart. You can see that this green has turned to red. You can see that also if you come and look at what is happening with the ADS is looking up. I've seen ADS looking up, around the 42, which is strong. Money flow around the 65 on a daily chart for the stock. But I want to quickly look at 15-minute chart for this stock. On 15-minute chart for corner, not looking too good. We're seeing the profit taking is still taking that still happening in that stock as we speak now. That's what should give you a sign of what to do on that stock. Then we'll quickly look at another stock in that category. Let's look at what is happening in Access Corp. We saw all the banks are coming down. UBA, let's see how far they will go down so that you know exactly what to do with your position in those stocks. The position in those stocks, want to see how far they will go from where they are. Can see how far they will go. Let's see. Still watching our time. Okay, 2 minutes. This access bank, you can see that the selling has also happened here. You can see it pulling back here. You can see that also the ADS is already looking down. You can see that it's covering and still weekly around 28. Money flow is around the 55. Not for access bank on a daily chart. And if you look at 15-minute chart for the access bank, you confirm that there is sell off already in the stock. Below the T line, the sell off already in the stock now. You can see. And these are the things which also led to guide us in our decision. How far will Transcorp go from here? Let's quickly look at Transcorp and see what can investor make out of it now that there's a pullback in the market. Is it the right time to buy Transcorp? Is there any momentum? Is there any strength in that stock again at this hour? I'll tell you that 15 minutes that has confirmed that this stock is also on sale. Even when trying to resist the decline, you can see it below the T line at 15 minutes chart and can see it become weak already that that you can see sign of sell-off in the stock. That is for 15-minute chart. Let's take a day chart for Transcorp. Yes, on this chart, trying to resist decline, but see after forming a double top. This double top, don't forget, or triple top, can see that slowing down, sell, and ADS is already looking down. And money flow, okay, around looking down also around 75. These are the things that you should always allow to guide you. If you're a trader in this market, that's why I said you must know why in the market. Don't be carried away with upside market at any given time. Know that you balance your position and know when to take action immediately. You take profit, or maybe you see yourself in a profit. That is why as you're setting your profit target from your entering of the stock, setting your buy range, your stop loss, your profit target. Once you hit it, you don't need to look at whether Mr. A is holding in because you have a plan you are trading. You state your plan and quickly take your profit. At the end of the day, you smile to the bank. I think this is the last one I can check, but let's quickly look at just for a few seconds before our time is fast spent. Let's look at what is happening exactly in GT Gold. GT Gold, even when others are pulling back, I see that the sign of stock not moving the way others are moving. There is something the market is saying that stock. Yes, you can see sign of pullback here. Also profit taking. Money ADS looking down, money flow also looking down to around the 73. Yes, you can see almost the same trend all the banking stocks are having because of profit taking activities. Any correction at this point will make them attractive, but let's still wait and see how far they go. Like I told you earlier, the more prices go up, the lesser the dividend yield. That also make other investment window more attractive compared to equity. That's why you must know where the price is and all that, and that will keep people looking the world of the stock for either yield or for capital appreciation. This is all you consider when you're taking your work investment decision. Like I said, by tomorrow or latest Friday morning, you see the lay down for my team as regard the master class coming up in the first Saturday of July. Thank you for your time. See you tomorrow. God bless you.